Hi, my name is Ariel from the Children of Karma, and today we're going to discuss Neptune and Mars aspects. This one is very difficult because Mars is about our ambition, our will, our desires, and Neptune doesn't seem to have a clue what it wants and where it's going, and so it's going to be very confusing. This person can go from one day, having these intense desires to one day having no desire at all. It's like as a child, they were told to repress these desires, and so they just don't have a grasp on what it is that they want, where they're going. My mother's family has this, my mother, her mother, and all the siblings. So it's very interesting to see them handling it in different ways. As far as relationships, this aspect is, it's tricky because you're casual about the requirements of your partner, and you can idealize the situation, and eventually you're disappointed, and you can blame other people, blame them for not fulfilling your expectations, this victim mindset, and you just can't get out. And even the process of sex is idealized, and no one can ever fulfill those expectations, except for the divine, and sometimes you can see people that are very religious. I have my uncle with this aspect. He's very religious. He has no partner. He's never had sex, and he's very disciplined with his religious practice. A woman with this aspect can have a partner with Mars and Neptune traits. My mother did. She picked my father, who was very deceptive and also very aggressive, and she idealized the situation, and also very gullible. This placement can be very easily led. The anger that they feel, this repressed anger from feeling powerless as a child, or humiliated or abused as a child. This can be an aspect for sexual abuse as well, dark magic even, and it's an inability to express this anger in a proper way, and it comes out, it's very dangerous. It's not an honest anger because it's just coming out at unexpected times and at the wrong person, and it's never about what it's really about. This placement can be very cruel from feeling that powerlessness, and they can become very manipulative and persuade in a covert manner. This is good for politicians and even people in the military, because you need to persuade and move a lot of people in a covert way. And my mother was so good at this. It's like she knew the exact time to just slip in a statement just to crush my hopes and dreams. And she had quite the timing. Like when I had 2 casts put on my legs, I couldn't walk, and she was calling me, well, your legs are fat. So I was like, what? Like, lady, I'm 96 pounds, and they're telling me to eat drink whole milk and eat the dark meats, and you're telling me I'm fat? It's like, what are you doing? She just had a timing about these things, even like, oh, you're not photogenic. Like, what? We weren't even talking about that. What do you think? This aspect can deal with psychosomatic illnesses, and it's tricky to handle someone like this because, for example, every time my mother came home, there was another illness that she had, and something was wrong, and it was like a new thing that was discovered that's wrong with her. It's hard because you don't know which one is serious, which one should you take seriously. So you take everyone seriously, and you're stressed. There's an illusion of power in the most ruthless kind of way. And this aspect can be responsible. I feel it's like there's an equation from victim to abuser, and you need this sort of cruelty, this projection of your own powerlessness onto someone else and the need to fulfill that, also coupled with an immature personality structure that can't grow from the pain that we experience. Also with an emotional detachment as well that doesn't remember the suffering that you experience as a child. So there's a separation from that. It's like now that you're grown up, like everyone else should suffer because you've suffered. It's very hard to deal with an aspect like this, and a way to handle it is becoming aware of these cycles of weakness that you will face from time to time, and learning how to manage it in a productive fashion. Like, for example, creatively express these emotions, acknowledge them, and release them in a creative fashion where you're not hurting anyone else. And do it in a disciplined manner. Find some discipline in it, and become aware of these emotions as they start to come up. You can use this aspect in a positive way. You can be very ambitious about your connection with the divine. You can be very disciplined with physical expression of this anger. You can be very creative, writing stories about that divine masculine energy. You can fight for the underdog. You know, use that ambitious energy, that fighter spirit, and put it towards a cause, standing up for the underdog. Thank you guys for joining me for this video. I hope to see you at thechildrenofkarma.com for our ancestral pattern service, where we can unlock all of the patterns from your ancestors, the conditioning that we've been following, and how we can break those cycles and better work with these aspects for ourselves and for the future. Thank you. Don't forget to like the video. Bye.